This is a typical assembly, but he should have shown us how he dismantled the engine. Though right now he's setting the sleeve rubbers, and he has already greased them before he's setting them. And he's gone straight to the sleeves and he's setting the sleeves. Also, he has to grease them because if it is not greased properly, it's going to be hard installing. You'll have to hit it with a billet or something. But good job, everything is going smoothly. And now he's going straight to the crankcase. He's taking out the main bearing right now. I think he's going to lubricate them. First of all, he's going to wash them, then blow up debris and yeah, debris. Yes, yeah, that's good. He's also going to do that with the crankcase. Oh, that's some good looking main bearing. Usually we're going to lubricate that before installing them. Depends on the position of the engine. If the engine is still mounted to the chassis of the vehicle, that's a good lubrication right there. I haven't had my hands on such. I'll be using the locally and normal lubrication from the keg. That's a good cleaning, blowing off some debris from the crankshaft. Now it's going to go ahead to mount the crankshaft. That's good, nice and easy. Thank God for heavy duty jacks. Now he's going to go ahead to mount the main bearing caps, and then I think he's going to install, yeah, that's some thrust washer. That's number 4, and then he's going to go ahead to mount number 4, and then the tying should be starting from number 4, then at random with others. That's good. But this torque right here, this torque is getting right here. It's not the ideal torque, though. It's just to give the crankshaft a good sitting. That's good rolling. Usually I'll loosen it again and check the main bearing to see how the awkward the crankshaft is going. So I don't know his routine, but basic is good. The work seems going. Now it's going to go ahead to mount the flywheel housing. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. You get the job done very easily if you have the appropriate equipment. Usually we do this with our hands, and that's a good. He's mounting the mount. He's mounting the engine mount. That's basic. Now he's going to go ahead to mount the flywheel. Usually this flywheel, I would mount it with a pair of screwdriver and some 17mm bolts. With a torch in my mouth. We're always under the truck mostly. Now he's going to go ahead and tie the flywheel. Now I think it's time for he's keying it before giving it the ideal torque, like I said earlier. Now he's going for the piston. First of all, he's going to mount the clips. After the clip, now to go ahead after the clip to lubricate the gudgeon pin. Insert it half, then take the connecting rod and then place it inside before inserting the gudgeon pin. Then now go ahead to lock the pin from the other side. That's a good job right there. And he's going to do that to the rest of the 6 pistons. Straight to the metal bearing cap, that is connecting rod cap. He's going to give it a rinse, a blow off for the debris, and all that. You need to blow them off the debris. That's good looking bearings right there. He's going to lubricate them. He's also going to lubricate the rings. Bro, I think you've missed this video now. Well, you did not show us how you inserted your rings. You don't want to show us how you're going to build that thing. We do it with our bare hands. And you don't see how sharp his ring is. If you don't know how to grab it to insert it. He's lubricating the sleeves for easy sliding. Now he's going to go ahead to get the clip, the ring squeezer. That's a nice looking ring squeezer right there. He's going to go ahead to give it a push. We'll do that with the number 6 also. Give it a push, then go ahead to guide the caps right there. Give it a little torque. Maybe a little torque, pre-torque. before the ideal torque. Some just go ahead to tie it like that. But before inserting this piston, the eyes of the crankshaft has to be on the TDC, that's the top depth center, which is good. Before your piston will fall off or go upward, and you're going to go back to scratching again and pulling back. Right, he's doing a real good job. That's a foreman, that kind of foreman that is good at his job, that he has confidence that after a good job, he's going to get a raise at the end of the day. He's doing a good job right there. Yeah, give it a notch and then draw it back to lap on the crank ice. Yes. Then time for the torque. Now he's turning it. That's good compression, because you can't turn it easily for the new rings and sleeves that is inserted there. And it's going to go ahead to mount the drives, which is good. Mounting the drives right here is good. I think what you see for the control of oil to the yes, it's going to go ahead to grab. That's some oil crankcase. This is a modern man diesel. I've not had my hand on this, but it's so much secrets. And oil pump. The oil pump is in front. You see, that is why it looks strange to me. But I know it's not going to be a rocket science to me. That's going to go ahead to close the front crankcase. That's good. I like this modern engine. Most of us will run away from this from our side here, because we are used to the old models and all that. That is the sump right there. Yeah, that's some good looking out stuff. Then he's going to add the dipstick casing for the oil gauge, and straight up to the bottom plates. That's the gasket right there. The gasket is reusable, but it's supposed to add some glue gum on it, some silicone gum on it, to have a quality work, to avoid leaking. That's some bracket is tying right there. That's good bracket to give it a good grip. Oh, barbecue, bring them out. That's a good looking pulley. I am certain that I would install that with my teeth. It looks light, not like the old models we have. The old models, man, you got to eat first, real African food, to be able to leave that in heavy. Ooh, compressor. It's a single compressor, though. I thought it's kind of the type of a big engine. You're supposed to mount double compressor. So the weather right there is not all that hot, and it may not be air system for the balloons and all that. Maybe normal spring. So all you have to do is get the compressor tank filled for the brakes and all that. That is a good side cooler. That is oil separator case, oil and gas separator case. That is good. And this is the water pump installing. You have to be basic with this. And this guy, you are a junior, bro. I cannot even call you a foreman. You are a boss. Now he's going to go ahead to add that is some filter filling, cooling pump housing. Yes, I think this is electric. This is purely electric, and then that is the water pump. Very minimalist, but it's complicated though. Not like our old model. That's a good job you are doing there, boss. I hope you're not going to get angry for me reusing your video. I just love your job, and I want the world to see it from my own side of view too. Some people don't have access to your account, to your page. So I would like to spread your work. I'm in love with it. When you see someone doing, oh, that's good looking alternator right there. Nice one. When somebody loves what he's doing and he's in love with everybody doing that thing, and I like your work. I've been your boy. That's nice. Okay, he's now putting the idle drive for the belts mount, which is cool and complicated though. You have to know how to do it before you get to this place. You just can't randomly go there, because it's going to be complicated for you. And that's the fuel pump casing. Yes, that's the fuel pump casing. Now he's going to go ahead to start installing those filters. Right? Yeah, I'm correct. Now he's installing the filters. We call them filters. Some people would call them separators and all that, but it's all the same. He's doing a good job. Yeah, install them. Oh, bro, you tighten that thing that hard, man. How are you going to lose that? Lose that thing in the bush with just a wrench and maybe chain drive, maybe bike chain or any kind of chain drive. Take it easy on the tying, bro. Now you're going to go ahead to mount the manifold. That's good. And bro is even setting up the clearance, the valve clearance, without even installing the cylinder head. That's genius, man. That is a modern day kind of expertise. I would rather mount the top cylinder first of all, then rotate each piston to TDC before setting up the valve clearance. But you are a genius. You are good at what you are doing. I love it. That's some blasting there. That's a good looking. That's good. That's a manifold, man. I don't know that manifold could be this clean after blasting it. I've always worked with a burnt manifold, haggard and rough looking, but it still delivers. We don't have this equipment for this blasting and all that. Good gasket fitting. That's a good bracketing. I love the way you make this job looks easy. I'll not lie to you, bro. The bro is doing good. Yeah, he's doing real good. Now he's installing other components for the mounts. Now I think now it's time for, you should go ahead to put those turbo and water coolant pipes. Okay, you also go ahead to install the gasket for the top cylinder right there. Looking good. Your work is looking good. Yeah, mount it right there. Give it some. Yep, seated. Go ahead and set those long bolts. Those bolts that makes you feel like you are the highest in the room type of foreman. Right, I know. I'm the highest in the room. You know, when you're tying this thing right now, you're going to know that you're useful. Oh, I love this job. That's good. That's some good looking gasket for the turbo kits. That's some waterways right there. That's water. What's it called? That's aluminum for the waterways. That one will go straight to the radiator, and the other will come from the radiator to the turbo. Oh, this is where you get that. Yeah, I'm the foreman. I do this, I do that. I tied this, I tied that. You will now wear a sad face to your boss to show him how exhausted you are. For a reasonable compensation. Okay, they're going to go ahead to mount the nozzles right now. Work is moving. They are progressing very quick. When these guys could like assemble this engine under, let me say, 1 hour, because they have the proper equipment to do all this. We just do this bushman approach, but we are quick though, very quick. We are fast, and most of our engine don't come with most of these compressors like the AC and all that. So we don't bother about those things. We just do the needful, Here is commercial efficiency. We don't go for luxury and all that. So our engine is mostly bypassed with the AC and some of the things. No, most of the things, little things we modify from we take out of the engine, maybe the AC, and then some sensors. We take them out because of our mode of operation right here. So there is installing the brain box. You don't have to step on that thing while working on that engine. That place is sensitive though. I don't go there. I call whenever there is issue with that sensor part is installing. I call an electrician to come and do the work. Now he's mounting the, what's that? I think that's, well, that side is, I think is clearly an electrical part which I don't touch. It's mounting the turbocharge right now. Turbocharge looks well seated. I don't think there's going to be any leaking from any part of the gasket junction, because that bro right there is an expert. That bro right there deserves an award. Good one. That's a good exhaust mount. Yeah, nice paper clutch mount. You get your clutch discs. Your tow bar is in there already. Nice one, bro. You are happy, you're excited, you love what you're doing. I love it though. I wish I can be with you there and then assist you and also get your knowledge. Also share your knowledge too. It's a privilege. That's good. Now straight to the mountain. He's going to go ahead straight. Yeah, that's a good looking tractor right there. Whoa! All this big power for this just little engine. Oh, they've gone ahead to mount it already. Ooh, that's where the job starts, man. That's where the job ends. Where the job started and where it ends. In the chassis. I mean, so he's going to let it idle for a while and then good. That's all. See you next time. Stay